Oh, baby. Welcome back to CCTV Season 2. Seasons change, but we just keep numbering the episodes like always.
Is it? So it's episode 2 of season 2?
It's episode 17.
17.
What?
But it's episode 2 of season 2.
Yeah, you say that.
But it's not what it says on
Well,
YouTube.
I mean, it's whatever. Anyway, we're back with CCTV episode 2, joined
17.
by
our
wonderful senior coordinator, editor / propagandist.
Office manager.
Lindsay, what's your actual job title?
Tools of all the trades.
My actual job title is post-production supervisor.
What does that mean? In practical terms.
I don't know.
What does your day-to-day consist of? Me yelling at you.
Yes. Me being yelled at by everyone.
Me handing work off to you.
Yep. Being asked a lot of questions.
You kind of losing your mind at 4:30 and then just sort of wandering around in a blood-crazed state.
Yeah.
For like at least half an hour every day.
Yeah.
And
One time
then-
they found me in the dumpster.
That's not true. There's no memeing on this show.
That is the rule.
But what I said was true.
That's a rule.
There's a period. We can
It's
all
like
agree.
one of the
there's-
only rules.
There's a period where Lindsay does typically lose her mind and kind of just looks like,
Okay, that's true.
yeah.
Well, and I know the no memeing thing because usually I'm sitting like right there.
You used to
Forever,
edit the
so-
show, but now someone new edits the show.
Yeah, I pawn that off.
What's going on with this tangerine over here?
He's just eating them all.
Your
Clementines.
second one?
And it's delicious. We're up here on Farid's roof. Farid,
Oh, thank you.
chilling over there with his dog Tyson. Really cute. Just living a life. Nice shoes, nice loafers. Offered us some clementines. I'd like to start the show off. Farid, you just recently came from a trip to Uruguay and brought us back a treat. If you'd like to do the honors and point out what this is.
That's nice.
Wow.
Alfajorcito negro? Ah.
What did you say?
You say that as a question.
Well, because I was looking at him like for confirmation and he
He gave you a cool
gave
nod.
me like a finger gun, so.
I think it's
So you
just...
want me to open this?
Oh, geez.
Yeah, open it. We want to taste it.
All right. It's chocolate?
Welcome back to
Some
the...
chocolate after you eat like an orange?
Not
of
me.
course,
You
dude.
guys
You
can
never had
taste
like
it.
a chocolate
fucking
covered
chocolate
orange?
orange.
You said you wanted to taste it.
I did not
It's like a
say
classic
anything of the
Christmas
sort.
gift.
Wow.
Yeah,
I will
love,
try it.
I love chocolate oranges, dude.
Chocolate oranges. Those are really good, actually.
It's like a great Christmas gift.
See, Lindsay, you've been part of like this production for a while now, but we've never had you on the podcast to talk about your deep, dark secrets. Which
Yes.
I'm glad you're here now to expose all of us.
Oh wait, your secrets or my secrets?
That's essentially what Anna's episode was exposing all of us.
So name something you hate about Brett.
Lindsay's known me longer than anybody. I
I've
got her
known-
this job.
I've known Brett for 7, 8 years.
Who plucked you out of obscurity? Who saved you from swift
don't
death?
let this be swayed.
Well,
okay?
to be
Let's stay on topic.
To be honest, this guy in 2010 who had a crush on me, but most recently,
Who's that?
just
Did
some
Brett
guy
have a
who
crush
got me
on
the
you?
job at Machinima. All right, are you gonna try these?
Well,
Are you gonna stay on topic
plucked
here?
her out
'Cause
of
we're-
obscurity a second time. I said, hey, you want to come leave? You can nibble on it and not
dude.
eat the whole thing. We'll split one. We'll split one.
I haven't had lunch
Stop pulling the
yet.
job too on top
What?
of it.
I haven't had lunch yet.
We
I
can
haven't
have
had lunch
burritos
either.
after this.
Farid went to another country and brought us a treat. At least we can do is have a nibble. Here, you want to split one? Okay, you already opened yours.
What's on the inside of it?
Yeah, honestly, we probably should have split one.
This is from the inside of it.
Yeah, it says,
Delicious.
It says Industria Uruguaya.
You can split
Leche
that one.
and polvo. Duh.
25 grams because they don't use the proper unit of measurement. What?
Lecetina
We're gonna split
de
split this?
Yeah,
so.
I'm
Yeah,
watching my
I don't want to. No,
whatever,
split it
dude.
with Brett. Brett's the one like on a diet or something.
What? I'm the only person who works out at this office, so I can eat whatever I want.
Oh, okay.
How about them apples?
How about this isn't your podcast? This is Lindsay's podcast.
You literally just asked me a question.
That was rhetorical.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's good.
I just don't want to eat a whole one.
Eat this. Stop complaining.
I want a
really good.
burrito.
You guys
Just saying,
all,
we're just eating on
eat
the
trash
podcast.
all the time, so I don't know why suddenly you're
what
like,
was the story that you were on?
whole one. You have like a
Ooh.
box of marshmallow Malomars. I see him fucking go to
I
town
ate
on
4
burgers.
of those this morning.
Yeah, okay.
You see me go to town. I had one of those that she offered to me like.
Is
a week
anything going
ago.
to be actually discussed that people were gonna,
I tried, but for some reason,
fucking
my
talking about food and what you eat today? Like, let
Normally
them
I'm the
explain your stuff.
moderator, but I'm eating today, so fine.
Do you
I'm
have a
sorry.
story about like talking to your mom or something you want to share?
Those are really good.
No, I haven't talked to her in a bit. I mean,
You just did for like the video.
yeah, that was a while. I mean, what you saw in the video was what the conversation was, so there wasn't really anything There was no extra to that to be like, oh yeah, by the way, she said this. It was all there.
You only call your mom as a bit?
Huh?
I said you only call your mom as a bit?
Yeah, in that specific case, I called her up with the intention of having that bit.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Oh, this is awesome. Lindsay, what's your favorite? Tell us a story. What's it like working at Couch Hop?
What the fuck? I literally asked her to tell about you, and you're over here like, well, I know Brett for 9 years, and she's like, I got you this job, and you started eating food.
Chocolate in his teeth.
Yeah, because she's like, actually, some guy who had a crush on me in 2010 plugged me. And like, no one
Listen,
knows
I
what
was
you're
just
talking about, so
making
please
a
tell the
joke.
story.
Of how I started at
A
Couch
joke
Hop?
that only you could appreciate because no one else knew what you were talking about. How did you get started here?
I was editing for another YouTuber, and I've been friends
You can say his name.
Name drop that shit.
Oh
His
my
name was
God.
C.
I was
Manners.
editing
want
for
some
C
of that.
Manners.
Oh, Jesus.
They told me to say it.
That's right.
Adam's pretty cool, but
Adam's
go
a good
on.
guy, but I swept in like a fucking hawk and plucked this baby bird right out of the nest.
Yeah, and I had known,
Just
like I
scream
said,
at
I've
her
known.
every day.
Yeah,
Yes.
to torture her myself.
And that's
for
the
the editor.
story.
And that's
Nice.
the story. Wow.
I mean, I kept getting interrupted when I was just trying to tell the story.
You're right.
Sorry.
We're doing too much mansplaining.
Yeah.
Just
Our legs are man spread. We talking over you.
floor is yours.
No, Brett was like, I got this channel. Come work for me. That's, yeah.
All right.
That's not what I said, but okay. That's how you remember it, I guess.
I feel like the story was about the same regardless of whether or not we interrupted
I know.
you.
Well, it became the same because I was like, should I?
What's your
elaborate?
favorite part about working at Couch Hop? And what's your least favorite part?
Okay, I'll be serious. No, my favorite part is probably that everybody, I think, is allowed a lot of creative freedom. Everybody's ideas are listened to, and you want a serious answer, and then you're making faces
Stop looking at
me.
his face when you answer stuff, though. You don't need to look to see confirmation from Brett.
I was looking at all of you.
I've trained Lindsay well.
He does a face, and you're like, oh, never mind.
No, I would not say never mind. I would say that is absolute reality. And there's a lot of companies and a lot of other, I would say, YouTubers who have brands, and the brands are very personal, and they don't allow you that creative freedom that I think that you get by working here.
Now, what do you hate about it?
You?
So with that mindset, what do you think of Suzanne Wojcicki? She's the CEO of YouTube.
Is he saying that name right? Has he ever
I was
said
like,
that
I
name
have
right?
no,
I don't even fucking know
I have
her
no
name, dude.
opinion on her.
No opinion? Okay, just curious.
What do
really.
you think of her?
Anyway, so yeah, I mean, you hate Brett. That's the idea. James is doing the Laughing Commentary podcast. I'd love to hear something about you, James. I never get to.
I was just letting her have the floor, dude. I was trying not to interrupt, you know?
Thanks.
Like,
Lindsay,
actually trying to let the guest talk.
Is
you know?
the
I fucking give stories all the goddamn time. You want to hear about how I fucking had a panic attack this morning?
No.
Because my fucking way to work was altered? That happened to me. That's the fucking most interesting thing that happened to me today.
Would you have to stop at a red light or something?
My fucking, my on
very
ramp was
close.
closed.
It's very close
Yeah, my
to
on
that.
ramp was closed and I didn't know how to get to work. So I just fucking panicked and drove around for a little bit until I could figure it out. And then I eventually figured it out. And then I made it to work.
What's your next question?
let's cancel this podcast.
And that was it.
You know, this is a sponsored episode, so
It is a sponsored episode. Fuck, I forgot. We can never end this podcast. Lindsay, what's your least favorite thing?
I feel like you asked her that already.
Yeah, but she gave
I didn't answer.
a half serious
Oh, I
answer.
said Brett. Gosh, it's difficult to say because it's definitely.
Is it?
I like this. I enjoy this job a lot more than I've like previous jobs. But sometimes there's a lot of pressure. So
To do what?
to get stuff out on time, to make sure everybody else is getting their work done, to make sure I'm providing information to everyone, to make sure I'm, ordering snacks and keeping the schedule and,
What's your least favorite request at Couch Hop? Is it when Asher goes, Lindsay,
where's the
where's
snacks?
my snacks? You're killing me.
You're killing me. Or like when he throws things at my desk and it's like hitting me in the face or whizzing by my head. I'm like, what is this?
Can you do a quick impression of everybody you work with and what a typical interaction between them and you is like? Let's go down the list real quick. Okay, you're
wow.
talking to Alex. Go.
Lindsay, so what? What? He does that a lot.
Okay, good. James.
Where's the Coke Zero? I thought there was more Coke Zero, man.
Man, that was just like one conversation. Literally
Wait.
the only instance of a bad
You don't
conversation.
get to react. No one gets to react. Trevor.
It's so freaking good, man. I love it here.
That is. Now I know you're lying. He's never
What?
been that.
That's how he acts when he's acting.
No, this is what
But this
Trevor's
is
like.
to
Here's
you,
Trevor.
I think it's to you, right?
I think I'm gonna.
Oh, when he's talking to me, he comes up to me. He goes, "Oh, Lindsey, the field recorder broke, so there's like I don't know what you want to do about it." But
Brad, we're out of batteries, so if you
So
just
I don't know
wanna,
what you're gonna do about
if you wanna just end the company or something, I guess I understand. I'm just gonna go in the closet and just look at
Yeah.
the wall. I guess if that's. I don't know. I just don't know if you.
there's
have
like
any
two
ideas.
versions of Trevor. One where he's like being a character of himself, and then one where he's like actually really depressed in real life. So
Okay. Me and you.
Turn the volume down for this.
it's, gosh, I don't know. That's a lot of pressure. This is him on my couch.
Slouch back. Yeah, there you go. You gotta
ever
do
played
the
Skyrim?
You gotta do the mad
I
slouch.
slouch like a jarl.
You gotta do the mad slouch.
And I'm like asking him real questions because I'm like, oh, he's here, great, I can talk to him. And he's like, what? Be like, oh, this sales thing, what do you think?
I don't know. Just forget about it. Just throw the whole thing
Who
out.
cares? Let's just cancel the podcast. And then
Let's
he gets up
just
and
let's just never
goes,
do
and
this.
then
Let's
he
just
finds
never
like
do
a
this.
half-empty LaCroix, and he's like, who drank this?
That's true. Number one pet peeve is half drinking drinks in the office. Because someone goes, drinks half Red Bull, just leaves it on the computer desk. Now, I quit caffeine, so I'm only drinking soda water these days. Here's my soda water, half drinking. This one takes a sip. Tastes bad. You can have the rest.
Dude,
Like,
what the fuck? All these like
Trevor.
singular instances are being brought up against me. I
I'm grouping you in
I
with
used one of your
Trevor.
sodas, and I had the fucking dignity to come up to you and be like, "Hey, Brett,
Dignity, that's not the right adjective.
whatever. I don't fucking. I had the
respect. The
respect
respect.
to come
There
up
you
to you
go.
and be like, "Hey,
It's not an adjective. But
I used one of your sodas. It tasted like shit. I didn't like it, but it's over there if you want to drink the rest of it."
no, fuck you. That was for a bit though. You were doing it
No,
so
there
you
was
come
one
over
that
and
I
shit on
legitimately
me.
grabbed. No, that was for fucking Amazon.
So there was two of them
moron.
you
That was
grabbed?
something- Yes,
Yeah, he
that was
drank his
different.
own on
Oh,
his
you had
own
like
time.
a test one. And
No,
then you
there
had,
was
like,
one that I legitimately grabbed that I asked Trevor. I was like, "Are these any good?" And he was like, "I like them." I was like, "All right, well, I guess
Trevor's
that's like."
could
you
I
know."
drink one of yours? I'm like, are you not drinking caffeine? Because we have a whole fridge filled with caffeinated beverages. I call it the gaming fridge. I got it just for you. I stocked you up. I'm like, here
Love
you
it,
go.
dude.
Here you go,
Love
fam.
it.
He's like, no, I didn't drink caffeine since yesterday, so can I have one? I'm like, okay.
He quit
Come
for
back.
a day.
There's like a lukewarm 3/4 can of fucking LaCroix just sitting on the counter, just wasted. I was just like, great.
That's not me, man.
I know that's
They're
not you.
gross. I stick with just the water or the
How can
Coke.
soda water be gross?
I don't know. It just
Yeah, I
tasted.
need, like, a second
It just
pair.
tasted weird. It didn't taste like natural.
What did you
doesn't
describe it as? You were like, it's like someone didn't change the water filter or something.
Yeah, it's just sparkling water, but it's just
Yeah.
like it has a hint of the taste it goes for.
Yeah, I
and
think
the
that was
rest
my
of
main
it-
thing. Where it was just like it doesn't taste fully like it's just barely there, and I didn't really like that it was like a mixture of water. It just tasted like a watered down something, like a watered down raspberry drink or something. Because it was just a hint. I don't know. I just didn't like it. It was just one and done though. I'll never touch them again.
Yeah.
Especially now knowing this shit.
What
Nah.
shit? The podcast
This fucking
cost?
shit that it triggers you. I just fucking drink water for Christ's sake. That's all I'll fucking drink. But I'm cool with that.
Water's
I like water.
good.
I like
Water's
water.
good.
Got my Bubba. I didn't bring it though.
You do have your Bubba. You got to start bringing that every episode. It's like the Swan. In case you didn't see, the Swan is here. I put it on the ground because I thought the
We
cute
can't
dog
sell Bubbas
was going to
though.
be in my lap, but
I doubt we'll ever get
he's
sold
chilling.
Bubbas.
He's doing his own thing. You can't sell Bubbas? Why?
I don't know. I don't know if that'll be a deal in the future.
Tyson.
Tyson's like, dude, I don't
Come
want to get up.
on.
Don't make. Just ignore. That's what I do. She's like, Brett, come here. Brett, come here and tell me about the sales campaign. And I'm like,
That's real face.
what?
What?
There are still more people that you have conversations with.
It's Anna. See Anna?
Anna, usually when I'm talking to her, she just stares at me like, okay. That's my, conversation with Anna usually.
She do the nod. She nods too.
She'll be like, oh.
How about Joe?
And she always just looks at people like, they're just idiots, which some of us are. What about Joe? I'm not even thinking about that right now.
You're not trying to think about that right
I'm
now?
not trying to think
I'm
about
not
that
trying
right
to think
now.
about that right
I'm
now.
not trying to think about that right now.
That's fair. Who
Yeah,
else? do we have?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Jacob. Do
yeah,
Jacob.
yeah.
Yeah, give me your Jacob. I know you got a Jacob.
Jacob,
Give me the Jacob.
I can't
Because
puke
you've done
on
it
command.
many times.
After you get through the headphones that, you know, he's fucking wearing
Like
at all
Jacob?
times that you can't hear.
Jacob?
Do you know his
Jacob?
Do you know his headphones have
And
a
he's like-
delay? There's a sound
Yes,
delay.
I've talked to him
There's
about
like
that
a
a little
half
bit.
second sound delay. So when he edits and there's like a punch or like explosion, and his headphones is always late.
Yeah, I talked
But
to
he,
him about that.
he's like mentally adjusted, so he compensates for that in the edit.
I never.
It's like
It's
Rain
the
Man.
wildest
But I've
thing.
worn his headphones to like check shit, and I've never noticed that.
It's like not all the time though. It's just sometimes.
Does he change it
seems weird.
specifically when I go to his desk?
I was watching like a test or something for one of the skits, and I was like, oh, all these sounds are off. And I'm like, every sound is off. He's like, yeah, it's like that. That's the way it is.
That's the impression.
So I was like,
I'll be like, "Are you ready for this, Jacob? You want this?" And he's like, "No, thank you."
Yeah, do the thing where you're like, we got some people in new desks. Because James, Jacob, we're still on the old shitty original IKEA desk. We bought a couple new ones, so we got a little more money. We're like, here, let's have a nice desk.
I
for
swapped
you.
mine.
Swapped his out. Alex needs to clean his desk, but he's got one waiting. Jacob,
I scoot his new desk all the way across the office, and I'm like, "Okay, here's your desk. It's ready for you to swap out whenever you're ready." And he's just like, "No, thank you." Just gets back to working. I was like,
Doesn't want the new desk.
"Wow." Okay.
so what
like
happened?
it. You didn't-
Did you
you
make
didn't
him
want it.
swap?
No, he hasn't swapped it yet.
There's just okay, I'll give it to the intern, I guess.
Yeah, the intern's gonna have a nicer desk than him.
Got a new intern coming real soon. You know, those of you who got attached to young Jacob, steal your hearts.
They were actually asking about him being in the Sugar Pine thing. So I mean, he just volunteered like everybody else, right?
I put a call out on Twitter, which is my new thing lately, where I just inundate myself with memes and autism to get like a really simple task performed. But I was looking for skeletons, and he hit me up and was like, "Oh," or he hit Lindsey up and was like, "Yo, I'd love to come back, just help with the shoot." He had his little brother with him. Yeah, and he came out and did some sound work. Didn't hold the boom mic right. Let's go ahead and say that. But it's okay, Jacob. We appreciate you.
It was pretty chaotic. The
Yeah.
shoot was pretty, wild, to say the least.
Yeah.
But I think we went down the line with everyone here, right?
I think that's the full roster. Good job.
Yeah.
Thank
Oh,
you.
now you do Lindsey.
I'll do
It's the
Lindsey.
last one. This is the cap.
I mean, I only talked to you a little bit. It's weird that you did the impression of me when I'm like memeing you or something. I
Yeah,
generally
which
come
is
up to you and I'm like,
90% of the time.
no, I'm like, hey, do you know the schedule and stuff? And like, yeah, we're all cut up. You never do that impression. You do that when I'm like, hey, Lindsey.
We're never caught up. That's why you can't do it.
Lindsey's impression is mainly like, I don't know. I was just over here, and that's what Brett said.
That's
so
pretty good. Yeah. Here, I'll do it to you. What's supposed to be Lindsey? Brett! I need an answer.
What?
You can't just... Brett,
How did-
stop!
I thought that we
Brett!
changed this yesterday.
Come on, I need...
Oh
you
my
just
god!
walk away
Well, I've
from
been
me when
here
I'm
since
talking
7
to you.
o'clock. I've been here
Where
since
are we
7
gonna get
o'clock
this?
already.
I just...
You guys made me sound so whiny, but I'm kind of funny sometimes too.
It was a funny
funny.
whining.
Funny one.
It was a funny whining.
There's
I
a-
thought.
there's a
Don't you
funny
think
one
It was
when
a funny
you-
one.
When you were not,
It's
when you,
always like, I'm just being kind of like pokey, but
Yeah.
I play it up.
Yeah.
I can do one. We'll be recording. Lindsey will be like at a desk across from the recording set, watching.
Drop something.
Did you see my umbrella fall today? It just fell in front of my desk, and I was like, what the fuck?
No, I didn't see that.
Or the food gets there and we're recording and it's.
Whatever the
Here's
loudest object is.
you
Here's
have
yours.
I'm surprised.
A crystal ball.
You're
Just-
welcome for ordering and gathering and dishing out the food.
I'm actually surprised
What do
you
you
use
mean?
the
I pack a lunch.
Hey, Lindsay.
you use the skateboard bike as much as you use. You probably use it. the most.
I love going around.
True story about Lindsay. We sit her next to Jacob. Jacob, Asher, and Trevor are kind of like the buddy boys. You know, they'll get up, they'll hang out,
The
have
ghoul gang, dude.
conversations. They're what?
The Ghoul Gang.
The Ghoul Gang, yeah. So they'll be like, hey, let's not work for 35 minutes and go out, sit over here and talk to each other. Let's skate around the thing.
Ride the
Let's
fucking
hang out.
vehicles.
Let's ride the vehicles around work. And God bless them.
That's one of my fucking
Recess.
pet peeves. Let me tell you, just the fucking riding around the goddamn vehicles. I fucking hate it so much. I hated it at the fucking hub on that goddamn rollerboard. I hate it here. I hate every single person that picks up the skateboard and goes around. I just want to break it. I literally
Break
want to
it.
break it.
Break it.
I want to break every vehicle, but then Alex buys more. So there's no fucking
You buy
point.
vehicles too, though. So
I haven't bought any vehicles like that.
You
that
bought
people
the fucking
use.
rollerboard like Hyperion rocket boosters.
Shit that people can't use normally. No one's gonna fucking ride on roller skates like that normally throughout the fucking thing. They take forever to put on. They're not gonna use those. I haven't seen them since the barn. I have
have
no
to say
idea.
that I will never ride around on any of those things, but I found
But-
some kind of bond with the little skateboard unicycle thing. I don't know what it is.
But she gets
The
triggered though, right?
bike
She gets
board,
triggered.
What do you think
'cause-
everybody else does with the fucking rollerboards and stuff like that? So it's like, I just need to go from my desk to the fucking water fountain.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I choose to do so on a rollerboard or a hoverboard or a skateboard.
But it's so she complains. She's like, they're always going past my desk in the wheelchair. Here's Trevor rolling himself around like he's Dr. Strangelove. Here's Jacob on the. We had the hoverboard. We had a hoverboard in the office. Just constantly, I'm going to the water fountain. Just. Finally, she's like, gotta get rid of it. I take the hoverboard.
You wanted to get rid of it too.
I was in my
Jacob
office.
is like crashing into desks, knocking
Yeah.
shit over.
Yeah, that's
You saw those
funny as fuck,
Snapchats.
dude.
They're
Fuck you
leaving
guys
them
for
all in
taking.
front of my desk.
Fuck you guys for taking the hoverboards and being like, we're putting these away.
I was gonna freeze the
This
hoverboard.
is a serious company. Like, fuck you
The
guys.
hoverboard works. What says the person who's not even here. He's like, oh, you guys didn't like it with them zipping around your desk while you're
How
working?
do you even hear it from your office? You're secluded away from
just helping
everybody.
Lindsey
Nobody
out.
goes in your shit.
That's not true.
But you're over here like, yeah, I'm
I'll
gonna
come out
take
to
it
talk
away.
to Lindsay, and I'll be like, Lindsay, all right, so, God, how are we gonna get these sales? Fucking carnival ride going on around me. Fucking wheelchair. Trevor broke both of his legs 30 seconds ago. He's like,
So we can't have like handicapped people in this office now because the wheelchair would bother too many people. You guys gotta
They
make up
earned
your
it.
mind here, you know what
Okay.
I'm saying? If they earned it.
okay, Trevor hasn't earned that. Anyways, we tried to destroy
bought
the
that wheelchair,
hoverboard.
too.
I was gonna freeze it in a block of ice. It wouldn't fit, and now it's just at my house. It's at my house. So I'll
James,
keep
you
it there as
mentioned-
long as you want, okay?
You mentioned the barn. Sorry, did we just touch fingers
Yeah.
like that?
Ooh.
You mentioned at the barn, you were like, I really like the fact that we had so much open space. We had like a little skateboard thing set up. But now you're like completely. We got
There's
a
a
warehouse.
difference, dude, between the actual workflow and like we're shooting a Skate 3 skit with a skate park. That's
You didn't talk
sure,
about
that's
Skate
fun.
3. You were like,
I did. I said we had a skate park set up. We did. We had a little mini skate park and it was fun. We were doing all the stupid shit with the vehicles falling on our ass, getting hurt. Oh man, that's so zany and fun. But then, fucking rollerboard in the middle of the goddamn day, dude. Like, no, it triggers me. It
What
triggers
did you
me
do
at
to
the hub.
Dan's old one? You broke it?
Oh, you want me to say like, yeah, I fucking did it at the hub. On the way out the door, I fucking hid the rollerboard in a freezer, and I fucking piled so much shit on top of it that they would never find it until they left. I admit that now. I did that.
Nice, dude.
Because I was so triggered by every fucking day and every person going back and forth through that hallway with it.
You're like that guy though. You're
I don't.
like-
I never wrote on it.
No, I'm saying like you're that guy now. You're like, I don't like this that everyone else is
Yeah,
doing.
man, I'm
gonna
old
ruin
and
it for
cranky
everybody.
now. Yeah, I am.
'Cause-
That is me now. That is
You
me.
got there early, but by God, you got
But
there.
it didn't. There was no exceptions to the rule though. Like Dex would be rolling down the hall, and you just fucking hear him fumbling over the fucking wall, like just trying to manhandle this
Yeah,
thing.
dude, what's-
and I'm
what's-
just like, what is going on outside? Why is he doing this? He just needs to go to the kitchen to get some water. But he's using the
We have
rollerboard.
security cams and stuff specifically if someone takes the rollerboard and they eat shit, we can use that in the video and it'll be funny.
That
But
should
take
never
it away.
happen.
Use that
never
in the
happens.
video. We
They
just
use-
randomly
they
We
put-
just use it for the wrestling
They
thing.
said, yeah, but that was not
Not
a
like somebody
rollerboard. That was a
tripping and
vehicle.
falling down.
They what
Make
they
it sound
do.
like we're like, oh, so Trevor fell down. Let's use it in
Yeah.
Amazon.
Put it on
Just put the
BTS.
clip in the post roll. We should start doing
They sit
that.
there and they film each other on Snapchat, and they're like, "Oh
Yeah,
man,
dude, I love
Trevor
it.
fell on his rollerboard. Let me post this for everybody."
Yeah.
Versus us having like fucking $2,000 cameras being like, well, we just ate shit, let's post that for everybody. It's the same thing.
No, that
I
sounds
was just going to
drastically
say that it
different. What?
doesn't drive me crazy that they roll around on it. It's a little bit annoying. My annoyance was that they would just like use my space as a parking garage for all the toys, and I would just kind of have to open a gate of wheelchairs and skateboards. And
I almost tripped on the
hoverboards.
skateboard. You can eat shit in our office really easily. Yeah.
Just to get out of like where I sit to work. So
But you
that
are
was
the
definitely driving me
triangulation
crazy. Yeah.
between all three of their desks.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're just standing around your desk, not doing anything, and it's like, why are they?
Like, what do you guys need?
All the vehicles are going to be gone one day, just one day randomly. They're just going to be
when
gone.
we go out of business,
They're just going to be gone.
the warehouse is
I'm
empty.
just going to throw them one by one into the dumpster.
And then what? What's the point of having we should just get like a smaller place then. The whole point of having the big place was so yeah, we can bring in stupid shit like that. But it's like
What?
no more
When you're
not
filming, Not when you're dicking
not
around
true.
in the middle of the
The
day.
warehouse's sole reason for existing is not.
I had this conversation
For
with I
BMX
just didn't
bikes.
realize we were getting so fucking corporate, dude.
Oh boy, here we
Fucking
go.
bringing down the corporate hammer on everybody.
Alex-
no more
Alex,
riding skateboards.
commitment
no
to
more
just-
talking to
and then-
anyone across the
Let's talk,
desk
let's
from
talk
you.
about. So here's. Let's break it down. Let's break it down.
This is literally
Here's a
just
person who
venting on
has
the
a
podcast.
desk, who has filled his desk completely with shit, making it unusable.
Yeah, you need to fix that.
Absolutely. Well, then just go and sit somewhere else, create a new mess. Now he's been
A new
eating.
station.
He will eat at the computer station. You know. Just
Keep
be
in
like,
mind, it's not
This is
crazy
still
major.
to my point.
It's
This
not
is still to
crazy
my
major.
point. You're
but
still
he also
bitching. You're
has
still
stuff.
bitching about the
He has
same
stuff
stuff.
in that pile. In that pile, he has stuff that sometimes we need, like whether it's tape or even just a pen, something small. It's hidden in there. It's in that thing.
Alex's
Look,
philosophy
the dog
is.
is peeing
Oh, he peed on the
Aw,
chair.
you missed it.
Tyson, he peed.
on the chair. He was nervous. All these cameras.
Alex's philosophy is just like, if I'm memeing all the time, it doesn't matter if something's actually nice. So like, oh, I'm gonna decorate the lobby. Oh, here's a bunch of jokes. This is funny, right? You have to look at it every day, but it's funny. Oh, I put an M on your wall. Oh, it's funny. So whatever.
That was
Oh, my
funny.
desk is covered in
was
shit. It
pretty
doesn't
funny.
matter. It's whatever. Oh. You sit down and use my computer, and there's like grease on the mouse because someone ate fucking cheeseburger on it. Here's a half-drinking can of Red Bull. That's funny, right? There's not actually like sustainability. You're just like a roving warlord barbarian who just kind of comes around and then is like, why are we so corporate? Because you want to edit in peace. Well, I can't spray you with a fucking t-shirt cannon at your desk. Why are we so corporate? Oh, you had to clean up my trash, just my rotting lunch that I left on my desk because then I went away for the weekend, didn't clean it up. What? Why are we so corporate? We throw our trash away? That's your vibe.
These are
his vibe is
these
like,
are such
I
like
wanna work in a
strawman
ro-
argument. Half of them don't even exist, by the way. Half of that shit you just made up on the
100%.
spot.
Everything I just quoted is a real thing.
I hope this
been
whole conversation is just over footage of the dog, though.
No, just watch the dog.
Just watch the dog.
Let's take a moment from the CCTV. We all yell at each other, kind of, and let's talk about our sponsors. I see you rocking a sweet watch.
Yes, I'm
over there.
wearing a Vincero. This is the same watch that I wore when we originally did the ad.
The
So
Amazon
I've
ad.
had some time to really get it in. Oh, look at that.
Ooh, look at that.
Clasp it just like that. Had some
Ooh.
time to wear it out, rock it a bit. I like it.
Yeah.
I do like it. It's now become part of my routine, I guess. Like part of my few watches that I wear, like in and out.
Two-time sponsor, Vincero. We did the Amazon Primetime sponsorship, and now helping us out over here on CCTV. I really like mine too. I feel a little smarter every day. I put the watch on, it's like I'm getting ready to go to work, and I'm like, what am I missing? I'm like, oh, the uniform. Put on my watch, and I'm like, I'm gonna solve problems. No matter how shitty the day actually is, I can like pretend for like a minute in the morning. And I'm like, all right, I'm ready. Let's take care of this.
What about you? You had a watch.
I have a watch too, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great watch. I love that watch. It's a very fashionable
Roll
watch.
down your sleeve.
I don't have it on today. Just insert some footage of me wearing it because I
Listen,
wear it a lot.
We're gonna insert footage of you wearing a watch.
This is a
what?
live podcast, Lindsey.
That's what we did. It's live.
Listen, Vincero, this kind of quality, I think typically a watch like this nice, they're saying like the materials used in it could be upwards of like 400, 500. The Vincero, it's affordable, it's stylish. They start just a little bit over $100. You can find yourself something nice, whether your style is like my boy over here with the metal. I'm over here with the kind of the leather. I saw Kib rocking one kind of like mine, but it's a little bit different. You can pick and choose something that works for you. You got to go to vincerocollective.com/CCTV. We flip the script.
VinceroCollective.com/
VINCERO
RO.
collective.com. It's on the screen. You can do this. We'll give you 15% off your first watch, and that's some pretty decent change. That's pretty
Christmas
generous,
time is
honestly.
coming.
Christmas time is coming. Maybe you were just, again, I didn't wear a watch before this, and that's like, oh yeah, cool. I've learned to.
Like I said, no memeing on this podcast.
No memeing.
The products that we're talking about are actually products that we do use, and like I said, this is part of the watches that I wear, not ironically or anything like that. This is a nice watch, nice quality.
Yes. Over 3,000 5-star reviews, 24-month warranty, free shipping. Check it out. Use the link if you're looking for a watch. It's good stuff. Thank you, Vincero, for 2-time sponsorship. Really appreciate you. And we're doing this podcast because of you today, up here on FARID'S roof.
So
we adopted this child.
back to what I was yelling
back to our argument.
I just don't want us to get to the point where we're over here and we're telling other creative people what they can't and what they shouldn't do. That's what I don't want us to be. Do you know what I'm saying? So when we're over here having conversations like Lindsay shouldn't ride her bike skate into me while I'm on a ladder hanging stuff up, I don't want to have that conversation. Just let it happen. If I fall, security camera's gonna get it. It'll be funny.
Think of the content.
Think of the content, and that's what I want us to strive for. Think of the content. If Trevor falls and fucking eats shit, dude, we have that on tape. That's all I'm saying. So rollerboard, maybe that's annoying, but at the same time, I got us that rollerboard deal where they sent us 2 of them for free. It's because I had an email chain, so it's nice to know that my friend James actually took it upon himself to destroy both of them.
One is still in existence.
Actually, no, the first one I think Jordan or somebody cracked because they
Yeah,
tried
I also didn't destroy it. I just hit it really, really well.
But it's in a freezer that no one ever dealt with. So it's
I don't know where it is now. I
gone.
just hit it. I didn't break it. Yeah. I wanted to break it. I really did.
I'm going to have a truckload of hoverboards come in one day. It will be impossible to get rid of all of them at the same time.
That's like a real threat. That's not even a joke.
Man, that'll be one good video.
It will be.
Please write.
Whoso binds to himself a joy, doth its winged life destroy.
Lindsay, Lindsay's the guest here. I feel like we should dive in, deep on Lindsay. Well, we've got her. What are you curious about Lindsay and her life?
Did you watch Thor yet?
No, I haven't.
How was the Dodgers game?
Thor was awesome, by the way. We'd like to go ahead and just advocate for Thor Ragnarok, and no one else cares. There's, talks about.
It's in my top 3 now.
Top
I wanna
3
say it's in
Marvel.
my top 3.
Wow.
It's hard though. I would put it up there further because I really like the synth waves kind of mixed with the
You
epic
like
music.
Civil War.
I like that.
Marvel Brothers boss.
Civil War's not in my top 3.
Avengers?
It's
First
Winter
one?
Soldier.
Guardians, Winter Soldier, and now Thor Ragnarok. I think I don't know how to juggle them.
What was
3,
third
but-
before? Did Ragnarok overtake? By the way, I'm sorry we completely.
Let's ask some questions. What's your top 3 movies?
Doctor Strange, maybe.
He's talking about
three-
Marvel, though, right?
Well, yeah.
Doctor Strange was really good, so maybe that was my 3.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
Doctor Strange
I saw
is in
that one.
Thor.
That one was good.
Yeah, I think maybe that was.
I like yours though. What's your top 3 movies?
Well, that's very, very broad. That's
Yeah,
too
that's a
broad.
super broad.
What's your favorite TV show? Oh, I know, Friends. No one has ever talked to me more about the television show Friends than Lindsay Washburn.
I actually.
Just is so
How
easy
many
to
times have you
reference.
watched the entire series?
I would say more than 15.
The entire series of Friends.
Because I put it on in the
She's
background.
watched more than 15 times. Have you ever watched anything in your life 15 times?
You're more of like a Chandler, right?
It's more like I put it
She's a
on and then I
Phoebe.
just...
She's a Phoebe.
Phoebe?
Yeah. You're like, you're
I'd say
playing.
I'm
If you had a
between-
guitar at the office, you'd be Phoebe. And Chandler.
I'd say I'm a combination.
Okay.
And a little bit neurotic like Monica.
Yes. Oh, that's
Ooh.
true. Also true.
But
What about Seinfeld? Are you more like George or
I'm more like a soup Nazi.
Kramer?
You're more
Oh,
like
the
Bubble
soup
Boy.
Nazi. Bubble.
I don't know Seinfeld that well, so I can't.
Okay, great. We're learning a lot.
15
Questions
times,
for
huh?
Lindsay. Yeah, 15 times. That's wild.
You watched Stranger Things though, season 2.
Yes, I did. I watched all of Stranger Things, but you're not
it's
caught up, and
it's
I
not
don't
about
wanna-
Friends. I'm sorry.
It's not. It came
It's a
nowhere
really,
close
really
to Friends.
great show, though.
But
What do you think
how-
about episode 7?
We already talked about that.
No,
We didn't talk about that on fucking film.
Well, I didn't. You want to
You're
talk
on a
about?
podcast.
I'm just trying
you're
to
on a
stay
podcast,
relevant,
and then
dude.
they don't. You can
They
talk
don't
about
know
anything.
our
Do you
own
wanna
conversation.
spoil
Oh,
it?
yeah, it's kind of spoiled. It's still fresh.
You can say good or bad.
Oh no, I was annoyed by it. I was equally
Alright.
annoyed by it.
There you
I wasn't
go. You don't have to
annoyed
be
by it.
You don't have to be spoilery about it.
I didn't think it was a bad episode, but I was like, okay,
Nah, see
She's
you.
like, why aren't my friends in this?
yeah.
Why aren't Joey,
It's like,
Chandler,
where's
Monica,
Joey?
Where's
Where's Joey? Joey
That's how
doesn't
she watches
share
everything. She goes,
food.
"Where's Joey?"
You're from like the South though, right?
the South.
From Ohio.
Oh.
It's the Midwest.
I thought you were like a Southern gal.
I'm from Southern Ohio. And
What
it's
about
very,
Lindsay?
Southern
What about
Ohio.
Lindsay gives you Southern vibes?
Just because I thought she'd be like the type of lady that would be like serving like lemonade on her front porch to like her grandfather playing like a ukulele or something, like a fiddle, you know.
What?
And she'd be like, Jonathan.
My grandfather's died
Jonathan.
when I was young.
Yeah, I didn't say it was like yesterday.
Just, I felt like you should know that.
That's how I encompass
the most
you.
amazing appraisal of Lindsay I've ever heard.
Well, that's just where I pictured it, but Southern Ohio makes sense too.
Same difference.
It's a
Louisiana, Southern
lot
Ohio.
of backwoods in that area.
Wow. I don't even know how to recover from that. That was incredible. Lindsay, what do you want people to know about you?
What don't you want people to know about you? That's what I'm here for.
A lot of stuff. No, I don't know. I don't really have an answer to that question.
Great. All right. Anybody else have a question for Lindsey?
Is there anything like topical, or I mean, like something to pick?
Lindsey's-
How about this? How
Lindsey's
about-
boyfriend does the music for the show.
He does do
How about
the
that?
intro
Burger
music.
money?
Yeah.
The intro music that you listened to earlier, he does that music. He did the intro for the podcast,
he
and
did
he
the
did the
Machinima
mural.
M
Did the
in
Machinima
Brett's
M.
office.
All those sweet beats, and yes, the hideous M I'm still afflicted with.
He's gonna come paint.
I was
over
gonna
it.
ask because like you've been around, you said for like as long as Brett, it'd be cool
Yes.
to pick your brain on maybe a like a pet peeve from the industry. Like what's a pet peeve that you have like in regards to the whole industry as a whole? Wait, whole isn't
Whole
just the whole
industry
industry as a whole. Yeah, I fucked
Like
that up.
people creating content on YouTube or just in
Anything
industry.
anything with like this platform in general, like
Parties.
You know,
anything.
yeah, any
Very broad.
major pet peeves.
Gosh, I don't think we have time for that.
Oh yeah, we do.
Oh, believe me, we'll make time.
This is what Brett likes. He likes the drama stuff. So,
Brett likes the drama stuff.
yeah, by all means.
You're gonna have to cut in the middle of this because I'm
Go,
really,
just do it.
I don't
Well,
know.
you pick
Go.
one then. You pick one then
I
while
don't-
she's thinking.
maybe you can like trigger some memories for me.
Yeah,
'cause I'm
you
trying
pick
to
one then.
remember.
What are we like asking fucking like veterans about their war stories or something like that?
This whole fucking podcast has just been about like us venting and talking about our own bullshit. So this is no different.
I mean, you still love the industry. You still love going to TwitchCon. You love industry
I liked going
parties.
to TwitchCon. I got to play with cute little animals. I went to that haunted scare thing and the Queen Mary, and that was a great time. But there's obviously not every party is like, oh, a great time. And like you guys were complaining earlier about like, shitty Twitch parties where they're, all right, this is over, so stand out there, you half naked woman. And
That's a pet peeve.
no, I was just saying like there's always something to complain about. But
Like what? Let
Somebody's
it
gotta have
out.
something.
She can't name
I don't
drop
You
have
it.
talk
any.
mad
something,
shit with
dude.
me all the time. How are you not gonna talk mad shit on this podcast?
I'll say for one, like for me, it's like one that I have, which is probably the norm for most content creators, is that I hate the fucking, it's like industry people, like PR representatives or, people in that position that try to act like they do the content creation side too. But there's people that are so, like they're PR people that are already in a certain status of the industry that like to nitpick about content creation and the do's and don'ts and shit like that. That shit annoys me because like it's like we already in a way have kind of stepped on your toes, and in a way like this industry has kind of started to leak into theirs. So it's like obviously for them they try to adapt by doing this style of stuff, like IGN doing fucking Let's Play style stuff, and it's just like it's weird to watch, and it's their mindset is kind of, some of their mindsets are kind of weird.
What's a more simpler version of what you're trying to say?
The E3 presentations where Ubisoft goes hard on getting actual content or not content creators, but actors to play content creators to show off the new Rainbow Six.
Gotcha.
It's like that. But
good.
like there's people that go even a step beyond that, and I see people on Twitter, like PR people, that are like handing out do's and don'ts and shit like that, and it's just like I don't need to hear it from
Do you
you.
have a
Speaking-
problem with that? Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Do you have
What?
a problem with that, or do you like that?
That was my own pet peeve.
yeah, I
She
don't
gotta
have a
come
lot
up
of
with her
personal
own, dude.
experience with
I got it, but in keeping with the do's and don'ts, how about those things before TwitchCon, right? The do's and don'ts of streamers. Streamers have their little list where they're like, why don't you?
Oh,
why
this
don't
is
we-
what you want to meet.
Yeah, why don't we?
There's
go
a lot
Oh
of-
wow!
Why don't we go-
I saw some of those too.
Yeah,
Actually,
let's talk about
There's
the
a lot of that.
the
but
precious world of streamers and
I-
their do's and don'ts. When you come up, and you see me at a convention. Here's how to approach a Twitch streamer, because they're magical creatures and they must be approached, with the right thing.
I mean,
Never mind, we get
that's-
stopped
I feel that
10
way.
times a day.
I feel that way.
Wherever.
I wanna put
let
out
me
a
give you my
PSA.
list. Come on.
you're gonna put out a PSA
Let's
saying,
hear it.
please don't come
Let's
up to me
hear it.
when I want to pee, or
Yeah.
just describing all the times that you are allowed to be talked to.
The only time you should come to me is if you're offering to smoke or something like that. Otherwise, don't fucking pictures. What are you talking about? Take a picture for you? What?
There's just
Go
a
on,
lot
here
of
we go.
things that people.
it is
put
weird
out
that there's
on the-
there's no equivalent to that on like for VidCon. You don't see like VidCon personalities.
I'm
like
sure
vloggers.
that you would if you.
VidCon
Did you?
I'm sure
are there
there's some.
vloggers that tweet out like?
Yes.
Pro
it's,
tip.
It's just YouTubers, dude. It's the same shit.
Yeah, but I don't see anybody. I
I'm not
saw a
saying
lot
it's-
for
I
TwitchCon,
think
and I
it's
don't
a-
even follow that
I think
many.
it's definitely a big thing with streamers. because I think that they are probably more used to interacting with their audience live, so maybe they feel like they have to talk to them about that. But
People overstepping
Because
the
it's,
bounds.
it's an extension of like, don't come into my chat and tell me what game
Yes.
to play, or you're gonna get an instant ban.
don't backseat
Ew.
game
What
because,
was
you know,
that?
whatever.
Sorry, that's what they sound like.
I mean, like,
Don't
the
backseat
general
game, dude.
rules of like being polite should be basic common knowledge, and so like it seems a little
Precious.
excessive to be like,
Oh my god.
let me
guys
tell
are so
you,
fucking
like,
PR, dude. Just like shit talk people on this podcast. By the way, this is
Why don't
so
you shit talk
PR, what?
somebody? Who do you want us to shit
Who do I
talk?
want to shit talk about right now? Who's gonna
Here's
get
the thing,
Who's
I'll
gonna get
say it
added
again.
on Twitter instantly?
Twitch roast, real bad. I'm not saying, like, I know we did a roast video or whatever. That roast was fucking awful. You got people up there like, oh, well.
I never got to
Okay,
see it.
dude.
That wasn't
okay.
even a pet peeve. That was just you calling out the specific event.
It was bad. It was really bad.
If you're talking about the Twitter, okay, so I felt like Jericho. I think he was fine. I think the whole thing
Who are you
was.
pointing at right now?
You're pointing at me, but he's saying,
Yeah,
It's just like
I'm just
pointing
wanna
for
get
conversation.
Jericho.
I didn't get to
Wow,
watch
you
it.
just fucking you didn't get to watch it.
No.
Watch it anyway. Well, maybe not. But I think if you're in that spot and it's like I felt like all the people were put in the position of like you have to perform and do whatever, and it's like you're not in the same environment as you're normally used to on the spot. Blah 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 blah. But at the same time, like you should just practice your roast or something, so you're not up there like, hey, on my phone. Hey, here's a funny joke. So, your nose is big.
What's the
not trying
percentage of people from this industry that are going to be natural when it comes to something like
Not a
that?
lot.
But like,
Not a lot.
then don't do it. And honestly, and I mean this, I'm not trying to be, I am being an asshole actually on purpose, but honestly, if you're gonna get up there and cringe out, then don't do it. If you're not good at getting up there and being entertaining in that setting, then don't do it. Don't make everyone else watch you bumble through it.
Okay, man.
Yeah, fucking spend some time.
people should give them a chance, dude.
No, write your material so that you go up there prepared. Also, a roast is not you being like, hey, Alex, remember that time we got drunk and you wanted to pee in the street and then you peed on a tree? That's not a roast. You're just telling you had a weird anecdote that it's not a roast. Like, you know what I mean? Like, watch a Comedy Central roast, write some material. If you're not qualified to write like funny inside material, then just don't do it because it was just bad.
I think you learn all this stuff like in high school, right, or whatever. You're like your teacher makes you do a presentation in front of the class,
Yeah.
and you can pretty quickly tell whether or not you're cut out for being in front of a bunch of people. And
That's
like,
absolutely true. I know for a fact I would not be able to do that. Like, and I know
But
that because of
you still
school,
do
you know?
panels now though too.
I will
which
do
feel
a
is the same
panel and
shit.
stuff like that, but I won't do something like that. Like, I don't know. There's certain parameters, I guess.
I
in
get-
which
I
But
get
know
what you're
your
saying, like-
limitations.
Yeah, I
You're
do.
right. That's
I know
absolutely.
my
and look, you could
limitations.
just because you're a personality that
I also
interacts
gotta
with
get paid
people
a lot for
doesn't
it,
mean
too.
you're good to like. You know, you might stream all day, but that doesn't mean like you should host an award show. It doesn't mean you should participate in a roast. It doesn't mean you should try to rap. It doesn't mean you should like. There's so many
Just
things.
know your strengths.
People think they're qualified for everything because they see other people do things, but you're not qualified for everything. Like, I'm not qualified for everything. You're not qualified for everything.
It sounds like your pet peeve is literally the whole industry right now.
Yeah, everyone thinks they're fucking ready to go. Every YouTuber is like, yo, sick, I'm ready for, posted it on I'm on my way. And it's like,
Am
you're
I
not,
what?
stop. Twitch, or,
Sorry,
all of it.
I don't mean to interrupt.
This is supposed to be Lindsay. Why am
not trying
I
to-
popping on?
I'm not sure.
Everybody's giving good examples, though, so she
No,
should
and I mean, I was going to
feeding
say
off
that I
of this.
agree with that. Like, I feel like I'm a very social person in real life. I'm very talkative. People have described me as bubbly, but I would not want to host a roast. Sometimes I think you can even sense that I'm uncomfortable being in videos because I'm like, how do I act? Because I'm not a good actress, but I'm good at being on stream, and I'm good at being very sociable and making people feel comfortable in real life, but I would never go on a stage and be like, hey guys.
And we're going to get shit for this because I know this mentality that exists where everyone's like, don't let him tell you what to do. If you think you're a host or a great entertainer, you just believe in yourself and do it. No, that's not true. So stop just blowing smoke up your own asses.
Brett, you're
I
being
mean,
so
do it,
like.
but then somebody should let you know that you're not good at it.
Yeah, or
Somebody-
go for it and then be
somebody
like,
will.
take some time and be
You'll
like,
learn.
was that good?
You'll
Did I
learn.
do a good job? And then your friends should be like, bro, I know you tried, but like,
Don't
maybe
enable
that,
your friends to
maybe
be
it's not
shitty.
your thing. Maybe that's not your thing. Yeah.
I think it's cool, yeah, because your friends will be like, yeah, totally go for it. But if you in your heart know that your friend's gonna look bad, and you knowingly put them out in front of thousands of people to be like, hey guys, I'm hosting. You're like, what are you doing? Like, why are you're being a bad friend at that point? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you mentioned the video thing, which I found kind of funny. I had a point asking you whether or not like
There it
Oh,
is.
this is
That was
there.
live.
Yeah, I
that
was
was live in the
waiting
wild.
for the phone drop.
Butterfingers.
do you because we put you in videos and stuff like that, and I mean, you get kind of wild. I was saying the other day, you're getting kind of crazy with it. You're riding around the office and all that stuff. Do you feel like you're keeping up with a bunch of crazy young dudes? I mean, like Trevor's probably one of the youngest guys here. You know.
Yes, Trevor's was very young. Jacob is 18, right? So they're babies, and I'm
You were
approaching
in
30.
videos before they were even doing anything. You were in machinima videos with me for years, so maybe it's just recall.
I mean, Brett and I have made some crazy videos together, you know. So it's like I've been on camera and doing weird stuff before. This one was definitely a little bit different since I didn't really know any of you guys personally when I first started. So it was about getting comfortable, I think, like acting or being around you guys or figuring out how our personalities can bounce off each other. Yeah, our dynamics. So.
Do you feel more comfortable now?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
I see you get into it.
Yeah.
That's, I guess, what I just wanted to ask you.
I'm comfortable. People are usually nice to me too in the comments, so thanks.
Now, where's that pet peeve?
The pet peeve?
Yeah,
we need to end
at?
this podcast on you
On me
dishing one piece of real shit talking, so let's go.
Yeah, you get
Dude, Brett is fucking hyped up.
I know. I mean, I didn't mean for it to go to that.
I didn't
He's asking me.
You aggroed him
asking
so
me.
I
hard.
didn't. My pet peeve had nothing to do with
But it
his,
warmed me
though.
up. I was
but
like,
for some
he's
reason,
right.
there
You know
was a
what else?
connection. Yeah, there was a connection there. I was talking about like PR people and like industry people trying to be like us.
Yeah.
He went.
Come watch my stream tonight, by the way. I'm a PR person by day, but I got my own stream tonight. You should really check it out.
And I also, to add on to that, like some people get really manipulative.
Manipulative? Yeah,
Yes,
for sure.
With like fucking codes and stuff like that, because they work for the companies that provide the codes, but yet they also double as like a content creator too, and it gets really weird.
Here's my
It gets
pet
really
peeve.
weird.
I want to word this right. My pet peeve is everybody who is on social media who uses like every single thing that happens to them
Thoughts and prayers.
as like
Oh,
No context.
sorry.
as like a soapbox to be like, don't do this. Everybody, when you do this, you look like an idiot. Or they just use every single example of something that happens to them, and then they like blast out all of their opinions on it. And sometimes they're wrong, and it's like nobody cares. But that is definitely one of my pet peeves. And I know that's what he was like getting me to say, but everybody has their annoyances.
You have a huge list. I have no idea what
Yeah,
you're
that was still
gonna
pretty
say.
broad though.
Also, don't tell people you're going to take a break from social media. Just do it. No one's going to notice.
that's what
And no
I'm
one
saying.
cares. And no one cares.
Like, that's great that you have social media and you're sharing
Yeah,
your
no-
life, but like,
cares.
you know, maybe be a little bit more selective about what you think people care about.
Farid, what is your
Thank
pet
you
peeve?
for putting up with this. I know.
Yeah, what's
kinda-
Farid's industry pet peeve?
Yeah, talk loud, Farid.
My industry pet peeve.
Look at this dog.
I think you relate. We don't know what the algorithm is. We don't know how to be able to create content.
Too much information not known.
The machine is learning, everyone.
Too many question marks.
They don't understand their own systems, man.
That's it. Like the systems become so big, you don't know it. By the way, James's shirt. If you want to really support James, check out his shirt.
It's a great shirt.
It's a great shirt,
my
folks.
shirt.
You should be able to pick up that shirt on the RT Cow Shop store.
It's there.
Great shirt.
Demonetized, 17 pages. Highly explicit.
I love how Farid's answer was like really critical of
Is it 11
something and
pages?
analytical,
Sorry.
and I'm like, I hate when people tell me too much about their fucking lives.
Hey, that's your pet peeve of the industry. That's probably, I mean, if you see it a lot, then that's what, I mean, for some reason I was seeing a lot of the PR shit, so it was like on the top of my head.
Do you hate it? Do you hate it when Farid posts?
Ugh, it sucks.
I don't even follow Farid.
My other pet peeve is that there's no dogs in the office.
My other pet peeve is that there's too many podcasts. But people who don't agree with us can go start their own podcast, and good
Absolutely.
luck for you.
Too many podcasts.
There are way too many podcasts in the world.
Well, thanks guys for
Nobody needs to hear everybody
thanks for
talk for
joining us
45
for this
minutes.
episode of CCTV. Here,
You got 5 more that you want to hit out real quick?
On the way out the door.
We clearly have some frustrations. We're gonna probably go back and talk about in the car ride from this beautiful location.
Thanks
we
again,
get
Farid.
burritos?
Anytime.
Let's go out on Tyson's cute little face. Look at him. He could be on the can of dog food.
If you're watching this on First, thank you. Make sure to check it out on YouTube as well. Hashtag CCTV.
Stop
if
pointing
you're
at the camera. We're
watching it.
talking to the dog. We're getting the dog for the
Okay.
end.
I guess that about wraps it up. We'll see you guys next week for more exciting stuff. Maybe we'll get a guest, different guest,
Dog's
or
not
maybe no
looking at us.
guests.
Dog
maybe,
doesn't.
Maybe we'll
care
have a
about the
dog
podcast.
guest. I don't know. At this point, it's
Look at
all
that.
up in the air.
Pure soul.
But
Oh my God.
do you guys want to go eat or something?
want a
Whatever.
burrito.
We gotta finish Cuphead. Okay, bye. Okay, that was fun.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks for winding me up.
Letting off
I
some
was just
steam.
like, James is right.
Hey, little boy, hey! Get back! Get back! Get back!
Now, how does he do that?
The secret to this one now is to pretend that you have a dog.